एक्चुअली हमारे सीनियर सिटीजन में एक है, उनका आज बर्थडे है, तो वो वहाँ बैठे रहे, कह रहे कि मेरे पास 1 मिनट के लिए वांट टू गिव सम चॉकलेट समथिंग, तो कह रहे 1 मिनट के लिए खाली सबको वो ये सीनियर सिटीजन को जो भी आ रहा है आई मेरे को
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
अभी निकले हैं आज मैंने भेजा मैंने
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram 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 जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी 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 यशोदानंदन व्रजजनरंजन यमुनातीरवनचारी यशोदानंदन व्रजजनरंजन यमुनातीरवनचारी यशोदानंदन व्रजजनरंजन यमुनातीरवनचारी यशोदानंदन व्रजजनरंजन यमुनातीरवनचारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Jaya Radha Gopi Vallabha, Radha Gopi Vallabha Radhe, Jaya Radha Gopi Vallabha, Radha Gopi Vallabha Radhe, Jaya Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan Radhe, Jaya Radha Madan Mohan, Jaya Jagannatha, Jagannatha, Paradeva Jaya Sudha, Jaya Jagannatha, Paradeva Jaya Sudha, Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patanami, Nayana Patanami, Bhavatunne, Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patanami, Nayana Patanami, Bhavatunne, Sai Gorango, Sai Gorango, Nitai Gorango, Gaurari, Sai Gorango, Sai Gorango, Nitai Gorango, Gaurari, Jaya Sacinandana, Jaya Sacinandana, Jaya Sacinandana, Gaurari, Jaya Sacinandana, Jaya Sacinandana, Jaya Sacinandana, Gaurari, Sita Pavana, Sita Pavana, Sita Pavana, Gaurari, Sita Pavana, Sita Pavana, Sita Pavana, Gaurari, Gaurari, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Shri Radha Gopi Vallabh ki jai, Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Mai की जय, श्री गौर निताय की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरौ श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनानां कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पदान् सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायण नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपः कुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रये नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरत्विषे नमः। नमो ब्राह्मण्याय देवाय गौ ब्राह्मणाहिताय च जगद्दिताय कृष्णाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। नमः ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयति गिरिं यत्कृपः तमां वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं श्रीपरमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम् ओम पवित्रो पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थं गतोऽपि वा यत्स्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्ष सभ्याभ्यन्तरं शुचे श्रीविष्णु श्रीविष्णु श्रीविष्णु। ये तो वाटर बॉटल है। Thank you, thank you. Bhagavad Gita, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Bhagavad Gita, 13th chapter, 22nd shloka. 21st? कार्य कारण कर्तृत्वे कार्य कारण कर्तृत्वे हेतु प्रकृतिरुच्यते हेतु प्रकृतिरुच्यते पुरुष सुख दुःखानां भोक्तृत्व हेतुरुच्यते भोक्तृत्व हेतुरुच्यते। Translation purport by Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Please repeat after me. Nature is said to be the cause of all material causes and effects. Whereas the living entity is the cause of the various sufferings and enjoyments in this world. Hare Krishna. So a very important thing Lord Krishna is telling. Now he spoke about himself. He finished speaking about himself. I mean, he did not finish, but in this chapter he told who is Purusha. Right? Now he's speaking about Prakriti. What is Prakriti? Now he's saying nature is said to be the cause of all material causes and effects. इसका मतलब क्या है? So we are not, whatever we are doing, does it have cause and effects? And Lord Krishna continues and says, whereas the living entity is the cause of the various sufferings and enjoyments in this world. इसका मतलब ये है कि there is त्रैगुण, सत्वगुण, रजोगुण, तमोगुण. That is the cause of all the effects. Meaning, whatever is happening, it is happening because it is giving those choices. Sattva-guna choices, Rajoguna choices, Tamoguna choices. All the choices are coming in front of us. The causes of the choices is material nature only. But the one who chooses will create his suffering. All will create is enjoyment. Right? Now, if somebody is having bad habits, that's simply because he made bad choices. But how did he make the bad choices? Because he was surrounded by people who are having those habits. Right? So, and why are those people having those bad habits? Because all of them chose Tamoguna above Rajoguna or Sattva-guna. Right? So, am I responsible for everything what I am? Yes and no. To a large extent, yes, because you made the choice. But the environment that you've chosen, the guna that you've chosen, also is the reason for what you are. Okay? So we should never be disappointed in life that, Arey Prabhuji, you talk about all those high, pure things. I will never become that. No, you will become that, provided you choose yourself to be in that environment. We should never be disappointed as that, I am waste. मैं कभी उतना pure हो नहीं सकता. You are already pure. You are part of Krishna. Each one of us is part of Krishna. We are pure. But the purity is affected because of our choices. but we will get the effects of our choices that we cannot avoid. What is the effect? We'll suffer. Suffer meaning what? For whatever choices we have made, they'll be snatched away from us. So we'll suffer. Suffering क्या है? Suffering का मतलब क्या है? Wherever there is attachment, there is suffering. If there is no attachment, where is the question of suffering? Right? People suffer because they're attached to their properties, they're attached to their body, they're attached to their position. Right? All these things are attachments. And Krishna will pull away those attachments or disturb those attachments. As soon as the disturbance will happen, insecurity will come and you will start suffering. A sadhu means he is completely unattached. Sadhu does not get affected by the three modes of mental nature. With three modes of mental nature, will keep giving him choices. Sadhu will tell, I know what you are doing. मैं जानता हूँ तुम क्या कर रहे हो. I want to choose something above this. I want to do everything only for Krishna. Whatever Krishna pleases, I'll do. अरे नहीं, you can have nice subah, you can have nice banana, you can have nice, whatever ragi shake, and you will be very happy in life. Your health will be good. Sadhu will tell, yes, very good choice, but offer it to God. Then only I'll have. In everything, he'll bring Krishna. Sattva-guna is attracting him. In Rajaguna, one fellow will tell, I want to have 20 idlis and 3 doshas. Right? Tamoguna, one fellow will have super, I'll take chicken tikka. And I'll have 20 eggs. Right? They are the choices. How are those choices coming? Because you're choosing a certain guna. You will pay the effect of it. You will have to pay for everything that we do, karma is getting accumulated, you will have to pay for it. There is no question of you not paying for it. If not in this life, in next life. Right? But who is bringing those choices? Prakriti. Prakriti is the one who is bringing those choices. Like you have radio, like there is air, in the air there are so many channels, radio channels. I don't know how many people are hearing radio now, but this thing, like there is internet. Let me put it like that. There is internet. Everybody can relate to this now. Prakriti gives the choices. We have to choose.
But the choices is mainly the product of the senses.
Choices it is giving. Your choice in that is product of your senses.
Yeah.
Correct. When your senses are uncontrolled.
The gunas are depending upon your clarification of senses.
Gunas that you have adopted. Gunas that you have adopted.
Because of our own senses.
Correct.
Have a good control on the senses.
Correct.
And we can make the gunas as per our wish and our
yes, the guna that you choose will be as per you. Prakriti is keeping those gunas in front of you. For example, Prabhu, today morning, you all made the choice of coming here. It's your choice only. Right? You also had a choice of watching some YouTube video in the morning. Sunday morning, and let me watch nice YouTube. Right? Whatever. Or a Netflix movie. Right? Or you had a choice of sleeping. I'll sleep till 10 o'clock today. Today is Sunday. Sunday is the time to sleep. Okay? All these three choices are based on Tamoguna, Rajoguna, Sattva-guna. What Prakriti does, it brings these choices or these gunas in front of you. And the guna that we choose affects our choices. Prakriti is environment. She always, Triguna. She'll keep these Trigunas. If the Trigunas are not there, people cannot live. Because, some people need Tamoguna. They are in Tamoguna. If you pull them and bring them and make them sit here, they'll go mad, They might even beat some of us.
I think we get influenced because of the surroundings, right? And we adopt things which are easy to adopt, like bad things will adopt faster. But in the same environment, some people will absorb, some people don't absorb. They are staying in the same environment. And some people are not absorbing all those things and they are going in the right path. So what is the difference between the inner conscious of those persons who are adopting bad things and the persons, like he's not a saint or anything, but normal person, but he will not adopt it. what is the difference between these two?
They have been making the choice for many, many long lifetimes. They have been choosing that kind of life for many, many lives. So suddenly we are coming and telling now in this life you take this. People may not easily take. And parvarish.
Last जन्म का भी होता है.
हाँ बिल्कुल होता है, बिल्कुल होता है. Why do some people are completely against Prabhu? See, some people are against justice also. Some people are against basic good things also. You do Annadanam, they'll be unhappy with that. You say, why are you wasting your money on all these things? Like that tells me. You wonder, why is this fellow behaving like this? Because he's affected so much by Tamoguna. He has been choosing Tamoguna for many, many lives. Satsang is a place where it rises above all these trigunas. Slowly it will rise. That's why good association is very important. And this is very good association because we are reading from Bhagavad Gita. What God told. And it is help us move that, change that choice. Prabhu, ultimately, between a B and D, there is a C. B, C, D. Between birth and death, there is a C. That is choice. Right? Our choice will make sure whether you will have another B or no after D. And I thought BCD chalta rahega. If your choice is perfect at the time of death, then death will come. After that, there won't be a B. Our goal is to come out of this cycle of BCD. And actually, Satsang's goal is to make sure that we are making the right choices. It's not easy, Prabhu. It's not that easy. You can hear this lecture, you can hear 20 lectures, but your habits are so much engraved inside us. We have been making the choice for so many years in this life and so many lifetimes in the past that suddenly to change the choice is not that easy. So all we should do is motivate people to change. That's all. Motivate people to change and ask them to stay in the right association. Then things will change. Just like iron.
These people are making good choices and coming back to them. Or if they are running around heroing the BCD. What difference does it make for us? What difference does it make for them? What is the one?
For people who want to go in BCD, they can go.
That's what I was saying. A lot is
What
is the path? This path is
No, that is the reason he's speaking Bhagavad Gita. He's saying, come out of this. As we go to the next chapter, 15th chapter, he'll be very, very clearly telling, come out of this. Why are you circulating like this? Because your real position is not to be here.
What happens to the whole system if we go back to Krishna, if we don't go back?
Whole system you are saying?
Whole system, what happens?
There will be some people who will remain here.
He is responsible for the whole system.
Yes. He is encouraging everybody to come back.
Does it help the whole universe? Then why he has created this BCD?
He has created BCD so that he can go back. नहीं तो यहीं पे पड़े रहेंगे ना.
He's showing a path.
He's showing a path to come back. Prabhu, simple thing. Just keep the Bhagavad Gita philosophy exactly like our government today. Government creates jails. Jail government बनाता है. As whenever it is designing a city, like when Andhra Pradesh was deciding a capital, Amravati, when they put the Amravati plan, they also kept a small area for jail. Correction place, jail. There are no criminals. Why are you creating the jail? Definitely there will be criminals. There will be some people who will go against the law. That is their nature. Government it doesn't have to put an estimate saying 5% will come. But it knows that some people will come. Right? So it creates a jail. Now, because government created a jail, can we blame the government that you created jail, that's the reason criminals are coming? No, government knows that criminals will come. Some people will be there who will break the law. And for them, there has to be a correction place. Same way, Krishna has created a material world. And he doesn't want us to stay in the material world. Government doesn't want you to stay in the jail. He says, Baba, correction, okay, come back to become a normal citizen. So that is the reason, because he doesn't want us to settle in this material world, he's saying you can never be permanently living in this material world. It keeps you giving birth again and again. So that, for example, in this life, I am not able to change. तो ऐसे रहोगे क्या? See the mercy of Krishna. It's saying, okay, you can change your body, and again you can start. Again you can start afresh. Again, like say somebody has a very bad spouse in this life, right? Or you are that bad spouse. Who knows? Right? Why to blame others? You are that bad. You're not able to come out of that. Then Krishna says, okay, another few years, marega. Next life, I'll give you another body. In male body, you are very torturing your wife. I'll give you female body next life. You will understand the torture. And one woman was torturing her husband, take the male body. And they both will come together. And then they will torture each other. Then they'll, Arey baap re, kya kar raha hu main? Then they'll come to this class. Prabhuji, you are torturing each other. Better, suno. Right? So, Prabhu is very simple. Nobody is bad. Actually, nobody is bad. Because you are part of Krishna. We should never become disheartened and hopeless. Never become disheartened and hopeless in any situation in life. Because we are pure. We have been associating with impure for such a long time. They said, Barish hua tha, few days back. Me and my wife, we came to the balcony, like keeping her hand. The drop, after so much of heat, finally mercy is coming. So, when the drop fell, I immediately put it in my mouth. I felt very nice. It's the purest form of water that is coming down. But the same water, when it falls on the ground, then it gets contaminated. Then it becomes more and more and more and more contaminated, right? And it finally goes in some gutter, right? And then I don't know where it goes. But finally, all that water is brought back by the sun into the, it evaporates. And again, it takes all that vapor and goes and puts it in the ocean with nice salt. Pura perfect हो जाता है. फिर उसको उठा के और प्यूरिफाई करके लेकर आके फिर वही बूंद को वापस again the same water is coming back here, but it is purified. So what the whole process is doing, it is bringing the pure soul down, is getting contaminated, take him back, purify him, again put him down. That is what is going on. Everything in nature is like that only. Same way we are also. We were pure. We are completely pure, but we started associating with impure. All we have to do is change that association. Just change that association. Stay in good association of people who are going to point us towards the highest purity. What is the highest purity? God. जब हम उनसे associate करेंगे, अपने आप purify हो जाएंगे. Don't ever associate with a person and think that you'll become completely pure. But that person is also not completely pure. Associate with people who are connected to God. That is what makes us a Mahatma. Mahatma is not Mahatma because he is Mahatma. Mahatma is because he associates who are Mahatma with people who are Mahatma. That makes you Mahatma. किसी को महात्मा का नाम ऐसे नहीं दे देना चाहिए. आजकल तो कुछ भी किसी का नाम दे देते हैं, महर्षि या फिर सिद्धि, कुछ भी अपना ही नाम लगा देते हैं. नहीं, महात्मा means not you are great, you are associating with people who are great. That is the actual meaning of Mahatma. Krishna says that in a shloka, that people who come to me are Mahatmas because they are associating with me. And Mahatma, Atma which is associating with Paramatma is Mahatma. है ना, simple है. तो जैसे कि there are so many channels, there is so much in internet. What I key in www.com will either take me to Tamoguna, either Rajoguna, either Sattoguna. But if I go to www.vedabase.com, I'll go to Shuddha Satya. Even in internet, I can find God. Provided I am making my choice. YouTube also. I should make my choice. If you open my YouTube, my phone, as soon as YouTube, it will say no, no recommendations. No video will appear. Video, कुछ नहीं आएगा उसके अंदर. I have to type what I want to see. That is a much safer situation. नहीं तो क्या होता था? I will open YouTube to see some lecture or see some news, and suddenly below one Govinda picture will come. ये क्या है?
लेट मी टच इट, वो टच किया खत्म, मेरे को नचाएगा गोविंदा। सर, your choices should be in your hands. Somebody else is not making the choice for you. What Maya Devi or Durga Ma does, she puts those choice in front of, just like YouTube puts those recommendations. Why do you want to see all that? You make your choice. Right? So a devotee makes his choice. That's the difference between a devotee and a normal person. Devotee makes his choice. There might be so many choices in front of me. No, I have my schedule. मेरा schedule है, उसको कोई नहीं बदल सकता. For example, आज मेरा schedule है, मेरा अभी rounds खत्म नहीं हुआ है. या होने के बाद मेरे को जाके मेरा rounds खत्म करना है. मतलब करना है rounds इसी तरह से. उसके बाद थोड़ा rest लेना है. क्यों? शाम में lecture है. If somebody calls me in between and says, no, I want this, can you come? Probably कल बात करें. कल का प्रायोरिटी क्या है? इलेक्शन. जाओ वोट डालो विदाउट फेलियर. पहले जाके वोट डालो. अगर तुम्हारा वोट यहाँ नहीं है, अभी निकलो सत्संग से, फ्लाइट लो, ट्रेन लो, जहाँ जाना है जाके वोट डाल के आओ. मेरे ऑफिस में बोला मैं मेरे स्टाफ को, तुम्हारी उंगली पे अगर वो नहीं है डिजाइन करो मंडे. मेरे को देखना ही देखना है तेरे उंगली पे. मेरा गांव दूर है, मैं स्पॉन्सर करेगा तेरे को. आई स्पॉन्सर योर ट्रैवल, गो. But we have to put that priority. See, that's like making a choice. I want to make a choice. I want to utilize that choice. I'm getting an option of making it. कितने लोगों को option मिलता है? Go to Saudi Arabia. You think you can vote there? अगले जन्म में अगर तुम वोट नहीं करोगे, ऐसे ही कंट्री में पैदा होगे. Then you will say, Krishna, what is this? These people are torturing me. मेरे को choice ही नहीं है. फिर last time vote क्यों नहीं किया? You wanted a country where voting is not there, no? Because you will not vote. So take birth in such kind of country where there is no voting only. Choice is always given. Krishna will never create a country where there is no voting. Krishna is also a perfect democratic person. वोट डालो. तमोगुण को वोट डालोगे, रजोगुण को वोट डालोगे, या सत्वगुण को वोट डालोगे, या शुद्ध सत्व को वोट डालोगे. You decide whom you want to vote. Right? Person who saves your body or person who saves your soul. तुम्हारे आत्मा को बचाने को वोट डालोगे या तुम्हारे शरीर को बचाने का वोट डालोगे. शरीर को बचाने का क्या वोट है? फ्री ये, फ्री हो, पूरा शरीर का है ना. आत्मा का क्या वोट है? भगवान से कनेक्शन होना चाहिए, मेरे धर्म को बचाना चाहिए. दैट इज आत्मा का कनेक्शन. So person who is spiritually inclined will go and vote that kind of person who is saving the soul. If you save the soul, automatically you will save the body also. तुम सोल को ही मार दोगे तो क्या बचेगा? Right? So, but as Krishna is saying, if you make that choice, be ready for that suffering also. फिर आके क्रिप नहीं करना, why am I suffering? Because you made that choice. Government is giving that ballot ना, वोट करने का. कितना उसमें 25 रहेगा उसके अंदर बटन, 25 buttons. Is it government fault to give the 25 buttons? गवर्नमेंट का थोड़ी फॉल्ट है, वो 25 बटन दे रहा है क्योंकि 25 लोग बैठे हैं वहां पे, है कि नहीं? But you can make the choice which button to press. If you press the wrong button, then you'll suffer. Right? What is Krishna telling? Prakriti, nature, is said to be the cause of all material cause and effects. Meaning what? It is giving all the buttons. It is the cause of all the buttons. Whereas the living entity is the cause of the various sufferings and enjoyments in the world. तुम जो चूज करोगे उसके मुताबिक तुम एंजॉय करोगे, उसके मुताबिक तुम सफर करोगे. Clear on this? Let's go further. 22. पुरुष प्रकृतिस्थो हि भुंक्ते प्रकृति जान गुणान कारणं गुण संगोस्य सद असद योनि जन्मशु. See, now here is going very direct. Krishna is telling what is the result of our choices. Repeat after me. The living entity in material nature thus follows the ways of life, enjoying the three modes of nature. This is due to his association with that material nature. Thus, he meets with the good and evil among various species. Right? So according to our choice, we are going to get the next body. 8.4 million species are there, Prabhus and Matajis. Darwin, that fellow created a theory saying that species are evolving. Bhagavad Gita says they are not evolving, they are already there. Bandar tabhi bhi the, bandar abhi bhi hai. Right? If you ask a simple question, why are monkeys still there? How come only some monkeys became software engineers? What about remaining? वो भूल गए क्या बनना? They forgot to become? No. Some became, some did not. So there has to be a transitionary phase also. In between also some species should be there right now. If monkey became a human, it is not like one morning monkey got up and it had a human body. No. It was evolving according to Darwin. So बीच का body किधर है? Missing link. कोई answer नहीं उसका. Bhagavad Gita and Vedas very clearly clarify all the species are already there. Human consciousness is evolving. That's a different thing. Consciousness is changing. Satya, what is it? No. Kali Yuga, Satya Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Treta Yuga, Kali Yuga. Consciousness is changing. But humans are there. Humans were there then also. All animals were there then also. Prabhu, where are dinosaurs? Some dinosaurs might have gone. मर गए. Environment को नहीं, they could not take. Right? Human being also was very tall, very large. You know what was the size of us in previous body? अभी क्या size है देखो. और गिड्ढा होते जाओगे देखते. Or we'll become so weak, as days go by. According to what we are eating, according to what we are, isn't it? So here Lord Krishna says the living entity in material nature thus follows the ways of life, enjoying the three modes of material nature. He enjoys. Everybody is trying to enjoy the three modes of material nature. Satoguna person is also enjoying. मैं बहुत दान दे रहा हूँ, मैं बहुत अच्छे कार्य कर रहा हूँ, मेरे घर में व्रत होता है, मेरे घर में ये होता है, मैं 3 बार 4 धाम, I went to 4 धाम 4 times, I went to Tirupati every year. All this Satoguna. There is nothing wrong in that. But he's enjoying that. He's settled there. He doesn't want God. He's using God. God को यूज करेगा. मतलब मैं सब कुछ अच्छा किया तो मुझे अच्छा होना चाहिए. Right? So you're transacting. गलत नहीं है, लेकिन भगवान के पास जाने का उद्देश्य भी नहीं है. I don't want to go to God also. I'm happy with what I am. I'm doing whatever I am. I'm happy there. That is Satoguna problem. Satoguna problem से निकलना बहुत मुश्किल है. If you go and tell them भक्ति, प्रभु कर रहे हैं ना भक्ति, यही है, व्रत कर रहे हैं. अरे वापस जाने का प्लान है क्या भगवान के पास? नहीं हम ऐसे खुश हैं. ये सब आप लोग, हमको मुक्ति चाहिए, भक्ति नहीं चाहिए. मुक्ति और भक्ति में क्या फर्क है? मुक्ति means you're out of problems. Bhakti means you'll never get into problems. Right? Mukti means you've come out of problems. You've gone to Swargaloka. In Swargaloka, you'll not become old. There won't be any hair loss. There won't be any gray hair. Right? You'll always be healthy. You can enjoy more. You can drink 20 bottles of thumbs up without stoppage. You can eat 20 kgs of chocolate. No cavity. No dental doctor. अच्छा है ना? Right? But what is the problem with Mukti? Again we'll come back. Again we'll come back. Temporary Mukti. Mukti हमेशा temporary होता है.
Mukti and moksha same thing.
Use क्या है ना, लोग ये words को use करते हैं लेकिन उसका मतलब नहीं मालूम. इन कष्टों से मुक्त हो जाओ, क्या मतलब क्या है? Come out of all this. Come out of all this and do what? इसके बाहर आके करना क्या? मोक्ष के बाद क्या करना है? प्रभु मोक्ष के बाद तो हम भगवान बन जाएंगे. भगवान में मिल जाएंगे. मतलब क्या? भगवान बन जाएंगे.
Going back to God is not moksha.
Going back to God is above moksha. Only bhakti can take you to God. Mukti cannot take you to God. Mukti means प्रभु कृष्ण भगवान मेरे को मुक्त करो, मैं सहन नहीं कर सकता. ठीक है, मुक्त करना. चलो next life. I'll put you into a planet. There is no problems.
So who are the people who are going to moksha and who are the people who are going for to the God?
Satvaguna people will go to moksha. Piety people. Bhakti. People who are leading their life.
Satvaguna will also do bhakti, na?
Satvaguna will not do bhakti. That's what I'm saying. It looks like bhakti, it's not bhakti. They'll follow rules to have a good life in this. For example, Prabhu, I tell you, मैं ये सब कुछ करूंगा तो मेरा जिंदगी अच्छा रहेगा अभी. Understand this very. There is a thin line, but there is a very important line. If I do all these things, I'll be happy in this life. Right? Calculative है ना? Right? I'll do this. मैं पाप नहीं करूंगा क्योंकि मुझे अगली लाइफ में effect नहीं चाहिए. Right? I will lead a life according to the rules. But why those rules are created? Why are you in this material world? इसके मेरे को discuss नहीं करना. I'm happy to follow the rules. Understand this fact. But bhakti में क्या है? I am following the rule for the pleasure of God. I'll do all this to go back to God. Exactly Arjuna's situation. Arjuna was in Satvaguna. What did he say? I will not kill my ancestors. I will not kill my guru. I will not. मेरे को अच्छा रहना है मेरे को. सभी लोग. I'll दान my entire kingdom. For this kingdom, I'll not fight. अच्छा लग रहा है ना पूरा? क्या गलत आर्गुमेंट है उसमें? कोई आर्गुमेंट नहीं. What did Krishna tell? अरे तेरा पूरा priority side में रख. Do the war because I am telling. That only a devotee will do. If you put a devotee in jail, मेरे को जेल में डालो तो क्या करूँगा मैं? संडे मॉर्निंग क्या करूँगा? यही करूँगा. जेल में डाल तो जेल में डाल. क्या फर्क पड़ता है? मेरे पास पैसा नहीं है, क्या करूँगा मैं? भगवद गीता तो है ना. ये कॉम्प्लेक्स है, वो कॉम्प्लेक्स में जाऊंगा, स्लम में जाऊंगा. स्लम में जाके क्या करूंगा? यही करूंगा. समझ रहे हैं ना? आई एम नॉट टेलिंग ग्रेट और एनीथिंग. जस्ट सेइंग भक्त का थिंकिंग प्रोसेस क्या होता है? हर चीज में भगवान को देखता है. इन एवरीथिंग आई वांट टू सर्व गॉड. हाउ आई कैन सर्व गॉड? Whether you put me in misery or whether you put me in problems or you put me in good situation, put me in any situation. God is my center. That is Shuddha Sattva. मेरे को डर नहीं है ये जाएगा जाएगा बोल के. डर नहीं रहना चाहिए. बट सत्वगुण के लोगों को बहुत डर रहता है. When Arjuna was asked to remove the head of Karna, if he is in Sattva-guna, he'll tell, that is against dharma. Arey, that fellow is not even holding his arms. I will not do adharma. Why? If I do adharma, I'll get reaction. If I do adharma, I will get reaction. I'll get another birth where I have to go through all these things. But a devotee will just ask Krishna, Krishna, what do you want to do? Kar. Kata. Sarva dharman parityajya माम एकम शरणम व्रज अहम त्वम सर्व पापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचा. अरे तू पाप के क्या सोच रहा है? I will relieve from all sinful reactions. I'll give you, I'll pull you out. You'll come back to me. Don't worry. Do your job. Do your job. There's a difference between a devotee and a Sattva-guna person. Sattva-guna person is following the rules because he wants to be happy in this world and he wants to be happy next after this life also. A devotee doesn't even choose happiness. Prabhu, devotion is a very high subject matter. Bhakti बहुत high subject matter है. Where you are not even asking God that Krishna give me facilities that I'll be happy. You'll only tell Krishna, how can I serve you? Krishna, how can I serve you? Krishna, how can I serve you? It goes to the next level, like Kunti Maharani in Bhagavatam, she says, Krishna, I think you better give me troubles. क्योंकि जब trouble आता है, I'm remembering you. It's better to give me be in trouble because I'll always remember you. Because if there are no troubles, I'm not remembering you. उसको बोलते भक्ति. हाँ बोलिए. Hare Krishna. Prabhu is asking why Bhishma was in Sattva-guna. Why did he choose Arjuna instead of Bhishma? Right? Prabhu, Bhishma's role in Mahabharata was to set another example. he played a role to set an example. Actually, he was in Suddha Sattva. He is a Mahajan. Bhishma is one of the Mahajans. One Mahajan means the one who understands the plan of God. Right? So Bhishma's role was Krishna wanted to set an example to the whole world that even if you are the most powerful person, if you stand on the side of adharma, you will be defeated. He wants to prove this statement. Even though you have full alliances, if you stand on the side of adharma, you will be defeated. Kitna bhi alliance lagao. That's what happened, right? Duryodhana, what did he do? Duryodhana kya kiya? Pura alliance banaya. Kaurava alliance. सारे लोगों को लेकर आया इसको. You think all those people in that alliance loved Duryodhana? No, they all hated dharma. That's the only common factor.
The issue I understand. Bhishma is the first who is respected by everybody.
So
he wants safe for everybody. He
correct.
doesn't want Kauravas to die. He doesn't want Pandavas to die.
Correct.
He wants safety of the whole world.
Correct.
Still, he has been ignored.
So the internal reason too. So there is external reason. There is internal reason. Internal reason is he wanted to please Krishna by being on the opposition and getting defeated to prove the point that if I am so powerful who defeated Parshurama also, if I am standing against you, Krishna, against Dharma, I will be defeated. So we all get a lesson for eternity. Otherwise, see, Krishna did not go to anybody after the war. I mean, many people died. But specifically, Krishna went to Bhishma and he thanked him. Thank you. And that's when, during the Uttarayan, Bhishma left his body and Krishna was standing in front of him and the whole Vishnu Sahasranama was chanted for the first time. All that happened. Krishna is so happy, grateful. Bhishma, what you did is glorious. What you did is glorious. Even though you knew Dharma. And in fact, if you read Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna tells Bhishma, because now you are leaving your body, give your final instructions to Dharmaraj, how he has to run the kingdom. If Bhishma was a adharmi, why will Krishna ask him to tell about Dharma? He considered Bhishma better than Dharmaraj, better than Yudhishthir. He said, please tell the Bhishma externally, now this is the internal aspect. Externally, what Bhishma did is wrong because he did not know which Dharma to choose. He said, my Dharma towards my kingdom is more important than, my Dharma towards God. My Dharma towards my kingdom is more important than any other morals. I am attached to my pratikya. I have done a promise that Dharma is more important than all other Dharmas. Right? But Krishna is teaching as God that when something wrong is happening, don't get binded by your promises. I also promised I'll never lift weapon. Krishna also promised he'll never lift weapon. But to kill Bhishma, he lifted his weapon also. So God is teaching us, don't unnecessarily shackle yourself in some dharma which will ultimately not allow you to do the right thing. Ahimso paramo dharma. Okay, ahimsa is param dharma. That is not param dharma. Ahimsa is dharma, one of the dharmas. But when the time comes, himsa is also the dharma. You have to do what you have to do. Right? So there are many lessons, that come into picture and there is one more reason why Vishnu was on the other side, because Acharyas explained that Krishna he has many rasas, he is Rasaraj, many rasas. One of the rasa, one is to dance with the gopis, one is to play with the gopas, one is to, have like a child in front of his parents, Vatsalya rasa, Madhuri rasa, he wants girlfriends, he wants to dance with them, right? And he wants boyfriends with whom he wants to play with them, right? In gopas, gopis, everything. But one of the rasas is he wants to fight. What is that Sanskrit word for that? Shaurya rasa, Virya rasa is different. I'll come back to you on that. I don't want to tell wrong. So he has his rasa also. He likes to fight. Krishna likes to fight. And he wants an able person to fight with him. So Bhishma said, I'll fulfill the desire. I will fight with you in such a way that you will have to get up and fight with me. So he fought so ferociously to make Krishna stand up and kill him. Then he was very happy. Krishna, I fulfilled your desire. I fulfilled your desire. You wanted to fight with somebody. I have done that thing. Now come and kill me. I'm ready. Right? So these are great. Actually, Bhishma, Drona no, but Bhishma is not among, cannot be compared with any other Pandavas or Kauravas. He is much, much above all this. Much, much above. And his entire life is to glorify Krishna. You know, when Krishna came to discuss with Bhishma in Mahabharata, Krishna appreciated Bhishma for who he is. And Bhishma told, I am doing this because there is a higher purpose. A higher purpose.
There are 9 or 12 Mahajans. 9.
12. In that there is Lord Shiva, 4 Kumaras, Prahlad Maharaj, Yamaraj. No. Ashwatthama is not a Mahajan. Parshurama is avatar. Yeah, not a Mahajan. So there are Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj is a Mahajan. There are 12 Mahajans. Janak Maharaj is a Mahajan, right? In that list where these great personalities are sitting, Bhishma is there. So such a great personality. Bhagavatam explains about Mahajans. So let's go to the next verse. Here Krishna is saying how, I'll just read the translation again. The living entity in material nature thus follows the ways of life, enjoying the 3 modes of material nature. He's enjoying. Everybody is enjoying whatever choice he's making. This is due to his association with material nature. Thus he meets with good and evil among various species. Right? That line here, this is due to his association with material nature is very important because we have been associating with material nature for such a long time. So many births we are associating. So that is the reason. Thus he meets with good and evil among various species. Sometimes he is taking a good body, sometimes he is taking a diseased body. Have you seen people who take birth itself with horrible diseases? उसका पैदा होते ही, he's having cancer, he's having kidney problem, he's having this, he's having that, because he did something horrible in last life. Horrible. He had to go through this suffering, right from the beginning itself. There is a chapter, actually today that chapter was being discussed in Bhagavatam class. Every Sunday morning we have Bhagavatam reading. So chapter 5th canto, 26th chapter, called Hellish Planets. My God, if you read that chapter, around 40 slokas are there. For what kind of act you do, which hell you will go. There are specific departments who will take care of you where. Right? Why that? Somebody who is not getting corrected through all this will be sent there, so he goes through it very grossly. So it creates an impression in his mind. After hell, he will not go to God. After hell, again, he will come back to Golok only. Again, he will be given a chance. Okay, now you start. Now you start again. Another chance. Another chance. So it's our choice to go to hell. It's our choice to make our life a hell also. You don't need to go to hell. Your house itself can become hell if you make your choices like that. Right? These days, people are making horrible choices in their marriage life, in their professional life. Horrible choices. Because of that, their life will become horrible. Right? We have to make good choices. You have to be very careful in your choices. I'll just share this. It's a recent incident that happened. One fellow resigned in my company. Let me not get too straight and getting recorded. He was trying to propose one other girl on the floor. That girl rejected, so this fellow resigned. Like, what nonsense is this? We got to know when the HR manager spoke. And, the girl was complaining, this fellow is, kind of trying to abuse me also. He's trying to go very strong on me as a manager, whatever. And the horrible part, that fellow is married. Now you tell me, where is this going? What are you trying to do with your life? Huh? Is it needed? Huh? Is it needed? He's not happy with his wife. So he's searching outside. Right? And there are so many people. Today there are so many dating apps. I don't want to give their names. I don't know also. That HR manager was telling me, Lakshman sir, you know, there are this app. मैं को क्यों बता रही हो? बताओ. You don't listen. Matrimonial sites have become dating apps now. They go try to find a person, go meet him in a coffee day or something, and people are also getting into one night stands. India has changed a lot. So much karma are accumulating. Right? Just imagine, Prabhu, if a man has 10 affairs in his life before he gets married, and then he gets married to a very good girl. She's coming from a good family. What appreciation he'll have for her? क्या appreciation रहेगा उसके प्रति? He'll try to compare her with all the remaining 10 ladies, na? Or vice versa, whichever way. Your choices are creating a hell in your life. That's the reason, you know, parents used to marry their girls at the right age. At the right age. Of course, we cannot put that age factor now. But at least age should be in such age where girl or boy, they are meeting the right person in their life and they are investing their entire love in that person. And that marriage stays for ages and ages. There will be fights here and there, disagreements, but marriage will never break. पहला प्यार होता है ना, first love. You know, I mean, I'm not talking about people who fall in love today. That's not first love. That's first lust. Right? So our choices can make our life a hell. I don't give any work to my children. I always put maids in my house. I have 3 maids in my house for everything. My children should not work. And when the right time comes, they'll not work. They'll say, get it done by maid only. Right? So my choices are making hell in my house. I'm creating hell in my house, in my life. So how can you blame Krishna? My son is not treating me well, Krishna. How did you treat your son? What training you gave him? According to what you train him, he'll behave like that. How you trained your daughter? A sensitive thing, but I'll tell it because satsang, you all should hear this. One Mataji was coming. She's a very good friend to me also. Her daughter she was bringing. Her daughter was like what? 4 years old. Small girl. She's putting short clothes and bringing her daughter. Very short clothes. And I asked that Mataji, why are you putting that? No, bachi hai na, choti bachi hai. Summer hai. I told her, okay, now you are putting that clothes. She doesn't even know what she's wearing. 4-year-old. Right? She'll become 10-year-old. Can you change her choices? She'll become 14-year-old. Can you change her choices? If you go at 14-year-old, Nani, kal se you have to wear this. What is wrong with me? I'm wearing. What am I wearing? You only give me this kind of clothes. What is wrong? You cannot change anybody when he grows. You have to change when he is young. जब पौधा लगाते हैं तभी इसको सीधा रखना है ना. When you keep a plant, the plant should be straight like this. It will go straight up. इसलिए लकड़ी लगाते हैं ना साइड में. You tie it to a small stick, a small plant, it grows straight up. Same way our children also. If you're not going to bring them up with right values, you cannot introduce values at a later time. Then it's very difficult. Very difficult. One North Indian Mata used to come. This is like when I came from US. Very skimpy clothes she used to wear and come to the satsang. They are from Mathura district. Kya bola? But horrible clothes. Small t-shirt, tight jeans. That husband used to come in decent dress. I had to call her after the prasad and tell Mataji, satsang ko thoda, wear appropriate clothes. Khatam. They stopped coming to satsang. Kya karoge? It's not good. It's not right. But who will tell? उसके पिताजी ने बोला क्या? He didn't tell. पति बोल नहीं सकता. कौन बोलेगा? Preacher बोलेगा. बंद सत्संग. Satsang is not a place to come and agree with your agreement. Satsang is a place to understand where you are going wrong. अगर यहाँ भी बैठ के सच नहीं बोलेंगे तो कौन बोलेगा? कौन बोलेगा? कोई किसी को तो बोलना पड़ेगा ना. प्रभु, this is not right. One fellow is one Prabhu used to come. यहाँ तक बटन निकाल के आता था, इधर तक पूरा बाल निकाल के इधर used to come and sit in satsang. After satsang, Prabhuji, very good class. नजदीक हो, I put the buttons. Prabhuji क्या है? या तुम लगाओ या मैं लगाऊंगा इसे. Right? So next day he came again like that. While doing kirtan, I looked at him. Immediately put the buttons. Next day he came with a shirt without buttons. Pura cover. I got tension. Prabhuji again and again he'll come and tell. Prabhu, now he is preaching and 80 people are attending his class. 80 people every Sunday morning staying in class. How person can change? लेकिन कोई तो बताना ना. Somebody has to take that role of telling, भैया ये गलत है. I'm not chastening you. Cannot come to satsang with that shirt. No, I did not tell that. Put the buttons. When you're coming to satsang, do the right thing. One fellow came. He was coming. Satsang में होता. One girl was there. Girl comes from a very opulent family. This fellow comes from middle class family. तो लड़के को लड़की पे ये आ गया, इंटरेस्ट आ गया. He took her number. So it's there in the group, na? Everybody is there in the group. He knows her number. He started messaging her. How are you? That girl came and told me that Prabhuji, I'm not liking to discuss because that's not the purpose of me being in the group. No problem. Then she also told her parents. The parents also used to come to satsang. Then they said, no, we'll stop coming to satsang. No, stop. You don't have to stop. No, this can be discussed. No, he's trying to put an eye on my daughter. I said, many people will put eye on your daughter. That is the nature of this world. But you have to talk to the person and correct. So उसको बुला के मैं बोला, problem क्या है? No, I'm interested. तो उसके तेरे पिताजी को बोलना, उसके पिताजी आके इसके पिताजी से बात करेंगे. Follow the process. Or come and tell me, I will talk to your parents, I'll talk to her parents. Right? There can marriages happen in the satsang, but there is a procedure. So you have to follow. Right? यही तो पद्धति है ना. Why parents have to talk to each other? Because they'll see the family. What kind of family am I sending my daughter? What kind of family is a girl coming from? They'll see many more things. And they'll see their qualities, not just the external appearance. So many things they'll see. And they'll make sure the marriage works. Then only they'll go forward. It's good for both of them. The process. I'm not telling arranged marriages. Even love marriages can be arranged. Love marriages can be arranged. It happened. In the satsang itself it happened. I don't know. Marriage happened. Right? But it was arranged in a nice way. Sakshi Mataji and Harshad Prabhu. They both are friends. They liked each other. They came and told me. I spoke to both their parents. Both their parents agreed. Finally the marriage happened in Vrindavan. Nicely it happened. That's the way to do. Right? A way to do. There's nothing wrong. And I told them very clearly, if your parents are not agreeing, then you should be ready to sign off. Don't get into a tussle and make a whole deal out of it. And we have to put effort to get things done. So anyway, these things, what I'm telling is, we should be very watchful about our choices, because every choice will create a future. Every sadhu had a past, every criminal has a future. No need to question that. If a sadhu comes, don't ask which college you studied. Why do you care which college, which village you are coming from? He's a sadhu. Every sadhu has a past. He might have done some wrong things also. But now he has chosen to go forward. Krishna doesn't look at our past. Why are we looking at anybody's past? Whatever he did in the past, that's okay. Now what is he doing? Now he chose Bhagavad Gita. Now he is trying to correct his way. Yeah, okay. He's a sadhu. Krishna says, he is a sadhu. Even if he has done wrong, if he is following the right path, he is a sadhu. And a criminal fellow who is having bad choices, bad tendencies, he has a future also. What future he has? Full of sufferings. We don't need to, Oh, why is it happening with me? It's happening with you because of your choices. Is it too heavy today? बाद में मारो क्लास के बाद. उपदृष्टानु मंता च भरता भोक्ता महेश्वर परमात्मेनि चापि युक्तो देहे अस्मिन् पुरुषः पर. Yet in this body there is another, a transcendental enjoyer, who is the Lord, the supreme proprietor, who exists as the overseer and permitter, and who is known as the super soul. So again it confirms here this verse that in this body there are two persons, you and God. Otherwise, how come this verse will be there? Many people tell, no, you are only God. There is no other Paramatma. You are God. No. Krishna is telling, yet in this body, there is Paramatma. There is God. And what is his function? He is the witness of everything. Witness of everything. And he sanctions everything also. He sanctions with a guilt and with a guilt in you and with a reaction in future. Right? Sometimes when you want to do something wrong, a voice inside will tell, don't do. Don't do. Who is that voice? Paramatma. It's not you. Paramatma is telling. You want to do something wrong. We already made that choice. Paramatma is like, your father is telling you something that no, I don't agree with this. And you want to immediately shout back. You, in your generation, you don't know what it means. But before you do, a voice will come. No. Don't do that. Because he is your father. That voice is Paramatma. But no, I want to shout because I want to make my point. So, Tadastu. He is sanctioning. Go ahead and do. So, you will do that shouting. Then what will happen? Exactly after 20 years, your daughter will shout at you. Then you will realize, what wrong did I do? That was wrong behavior. Okay, parents are always not right, but parents always have to be respected. Two different things. Right? Because they cannot be right always because sometimes they don't have the right information. But respect what they are telling and then you can go and respectfully discuss. Respectfully you can sit down and discuss. Hey Papa, this is what I meant, this is what I do, this is what it is. You don't know something, this is what it is. Then because they love you, they will choose the right thing. But problem आजकल क्या हो रहा है? आजकल respect ही नहीं है. You think that your father is a useless fellow. He doesn't have any knowledge. He doesn't know. Especially Prabhu, this also I'm telling you. You are coming to these classes, don't go and give a lecture to your father. Your karma, you go to hell, Prabhu told. Don't do that. No. Coming here, that means you should become more respectful to your parents. They may not know Bhagavad Gita, but they love you. Right? Show that love and care. And then discuss with them. You can open the book. Anna, 2 minutes. And I'll show you something today I learned. And they will be so happy. My child is learning such a nice thing. Then they might also change slowly. And they will change. But why they'll change? 2 reasons. Bhagavad Gita is very good and they love you. Because they love you, they'll change. Right? They'll change. My parents, they changed. When I was in America, I took up Krishna consciousness. And that news came to my father. Right? And we are, materially we are Reddys, Nalgonda Reddys. We eat anything moving, drink anything that is wrong. That kind of background. And because came to Krishna consciousness, I left those choices. Immediately the talk came in family. Hey, what are you doing? Your son is getting polluted. You should go and stop him. These ISKCON people are very dangerous. One other fellow in our family came to ISKCON. He became completely different. He is not eating this, eating that. He is not even eating in our house now. You should go and do so. So my father immediately took all the arms and ammunition. Like I want to go and save this fellow. So he with his mother, my mother, both of them came to change me. They came. Really, they came to change me. अरे इसको बचाना है, ये पूरा प्योर होते जा रहा है, इसको कैसे प्योर होगा? They came. So I went to my Siksha Guru, like Srinivas Acharya Prabhu. I went and told him, Prabhu, my parents are coming, and I got underground information that they are coming to change me. What should I do? Should I tell them what all nice things? He said, "Tu muh band kar." He told me, "Tu muh band kar. Ek bhi baat mat bol. You do your chanting. You follow what you are following. If they have any questions, bring them to satsang. They'll ask me. I will answer." A son can never be a guru to his father. Father is always a guru. Don't try to become a guru. They are okay, Prabhu, I'll do that. So I started taking him to satsang. They were like, what is satsang? Come and sit. They saw all, people are sitting, like 10, 15 families are sitting, and I'm also sitting. Prabhuji is telling nice things. They're like, he's looking here, looking there. My father is observing what is happening. My mother is observing what is happening. Then they saw me. I got up 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm chanting my rounds. My wife is cooking prasad. She's offering to deities. Kya ho gaya mere bachche ko? What happened? I was not telling anything. You say, why are you chanting? What is wrong in chanting? Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Tapuna nanu. So no discussion in the house. They observed for 2-3 weeks. We had satsangs. 3rd week, my mother said, can you also get me that chanting bag? I'll also chant. Okay, mothers are most, they first adopt. So she took the chanting bag. After some time, my father, hey, we don't drink, we don't eat meat and this and that. I said, in this house, it will not happen. I'm sorry. Once you go back, you can do whatever you want to do in your house. Here in this house, it will not happen. This is also my house. Your house only. Father, you this house. But we kept God in this house now, I cannot do it. I'm not doing it. So like that, when some foreign relatives came, they said, you come to our house, you can continue what you're doing. Then my father said, no, I've come here to save my son. Then in few weeks, he said, I took him to New Vrindavan, a very beautiful temple. There he saw, some nice sadhus. First time he's seeing sadhus, Prabhupada deities there, everybody is paying obeisances. Everybody is paying obeisances. My father was in line. He didn't realize that he's in line. So his chance came. He looked here and there. He also paid obeisances. And then his spiritual life started. Right? He also picked up the chanting back. And he said, okay, I'll also chant. Then he started seeing how nice people are. People are so nice. Nobody is using bad words. Nobody is comparing anyone. Nobody is asking about your money situation. Nobody is, everybody is so respectful, so kind. Prabhuji, Mataji. What is happening? So my father also started telling Prabhuji, Mataji, Prabhuji, Mataji. And one day in one satsang, he became like, felt nice about whatever is happening. 3 months, he told, I have also stopped eating non-veg, I have also stopped drinking. I already stopped 3 months. There was nothing. I also stopped eating onion garlic. I will not eat going forward also. Haribo, I was like, oh my God. I was worried. You are telling all, can you follow? It's not that easy. Once you go back to India, full. Then I was like, no, I will do that. I will follow. Then he told me, hey, this is very nice. What you are doing is very nice. I also started looking. Then my Siksha Guru, Balgoin Prabhu, who lives here, then he was in US, he went and gave a Bhagavatam set to my father. He said, now you start reading this. No more newspaper. Read this news. What Krishna is telling in Bhagavatam. So he started reading every day. Audio classes, this classes, that classes. Right? That time there was no Zoom. Conference call chalta tha. Conference code डाल phone पे. So that started. Then in 6 months, he became so fixed. He finished reading Bhagavatam before I finished Bhagavatam. What do you tell?
This age came all of a sudden or
Gradually. He took his time. I am chanting 16 rounds. He used to chant 32 rounds every day. 32 rounds. Minimum. My mother chants 32 rounds even now. Right? Ekadashi, sometimes they chant 108 rounds. My father chanted sometimes. Completely changed. He came back to India. Then his relatives were like, आओ इधर आओ आके बैठो. No, मेरे को इसका ये जब नहीं है तब बैठूंगा. When you're not drinking, I'll sit with you. When you're drinking all that, I don't feel like, हाँ you have changed. See, तुमको हम क्यों भेजे? बेटे को बदलने के लिए. तुम क्या करके आए? तुम बदल के आए. Then పంపించింది నేను చేసింది ఏంటి? But good things, see, goodness, the power of good is so good that it can remove the bad. Right? Now he is last 2.5 years is paralyzed. He's done. He's very happy. He told me before he went paralyzed. He told me that I am very happy in life. Now I am ready to leave my body. Now I know why I have taken birth. Now I know what is the purpose of life. Now I know, and many times he told, the greatest gift my son gave to me is Srimad Bhagavatam. The greatest gift he gave is Bhagavad Gita. Now I'm telling it openly because I feel very proud of that one thing, that I gave my father what he needs before he dies. Now he's there. And there is Hare Krishna mantra running. Sometimes I go and do some bhajan. All devotees are coming and meeting him. Now he can't speak also. His complete throat is gone. He only sees with his eyes like this. He's suffering. But Krishna is removing everything before he goes back to him. Pura nikal de rahe, khatam. Full karma, balance, finish. And he's ready for it. Okay, whatever happens. Now just see how a living entity is protected by God. He had to get paralyzed. That is karma. But before that, Krishna gave him bhakti so that even though he is paralyzed, he is not suffering. Pain is not a choice, but suffering is a choice. Pain is not a choice. Suffering is a choice. Remember that, right? So our choices can be changed. And the Paramatma sitting us will tell us it is wrong. Galat hai, galat hai, galat hai, galat hai. In office, when I sit down and I want to have, sometimes when I go for team lunch, right? I am very choosy about what I have to eat because I don't eat non-veg only. There are some very specific choices, and what I have to eat because they will feel bad. So I'll chant some mantra, Krishna Paramastu, and I'll take only curd rice, something like that. I'm observing that people who eat non-veg are not coming and sitting beside me. Once there was a manager, senior manager, I told, बैठो बात करते हैं. नहीं आप खाओ बाद में बात करते हैं. तो क्यों बैठो? नहीं आप नॉनवेज नहीं खाते, मेरे प्लेट में नॉनवेज है. अच्छा मेरे को अच्छा नहीं लगे, आप बैठो. आप एकदम परफेक्टली फॉलो कर रहे हो, जो फॉलो कर रहा मैं respect, they'll automatically respect you what you're doing. One family member was dead against me. Why did you change? We are this community. You should not. You're trying to become a Brahman. I said, forget about Brahman and all that. That is all caste system. Sanatana Dharma is above all these things. I was like, no, I don't agree with you. This, that. He created a whole ruckus in my family. And everybody became against me. All my cousins, so many became against me. That he created that propaganda. His son in America, he had a daughter, and the daughter went into ICU because of some issue that happened at the time of birth. The first person he called me is me. He said, "Can you please pray for my, son's daughter?" I immediately said, "Yes, I'll pray for her. I'll pray for her." So what does it mean? It means that when we come to Satsang Prabhus, when we follow the right thing, when we read Bhagavad Gita, people may not seem to be appreciating it, but they have more appreciation for us. Why? Because they also have Krishna in their heart. That Krishna will tell them, don't insult him. You cannot follow this, but don't insult him. You're doing wrong. Guilt will kill them. You know what I'm saying? That's what Krishna is telling, right? I am sitting in your heart as Paramatma. I am sanctioning everything. Right? I am telling that this is wrong, this is right. So we should always do the right thing. हमको सही चीज ही करना है, गलत चीज नहीं करना है. Even though the whole world can look, against us. But remember one thing, the whole world will come to you when you do the right thing. Look at our Prime Minister right now. He is doing the right thing. Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas, सबका साथ, right? He's not telling iska uska, sabka, and he's implementing things like that. See how people are turning towards him. People are coming towards him. Yes, there are people in objection. There is always going to be like that, right? But whoever is a good person in the opposition cannot stand him for too long. They will tell, "Arey nahi yaar, ye galat ho raha hai." Recently, one spokesman of opposite party, they came and joined this party because she went and took darshan of Lord Ram in Ram Mandir. They abused her like anything, that you went against her. What nonsense is this? See, baad mein kya party? She may or may not join here, but people are realizing, what is this? What kind of leaders are we supporting? We should have some sense. Because you know why it is coming? Paramatma inside is coming. Bhagwan fellow is working 22 hours a day. You're good, and okay, everybody makes mistakes. Who doesn't make mistakes? He also might have made 2-3 mistakes. But then what am I doing? You should support somebody who's working. You cannot do that work. Somebody else is doing. Support him. Vote for him. Give him more opportunities so he can do more good. Bhagavad Gita is introduced in Mahendra University. Do you know that? Same Bhagavad Gita as it is. As part of their studies. Next week I am going on Friday to give the semester ending class. They invited me as a guest speaker for Bhagavad Gita semester ending. And before also I used to go there sometimes. Point is, why is all this happening? How is all this happening? Kidhar se ho raha hai sab change? You are voting the right way. Somebody is sitting there doing everything selflessly. When he opened the new parliament, he did not just bring Bhagavad Gita. He brought Quran also, he brought Bible also. He said all the religions, some other religion also he brought. Sabka saath, sabka, everybody come. Sab log aake, aapke granth ko aage rakho. He paid obeisances and then he said, let us start. Let us start the parliament house with the holy books in front of us. Right? He is giving opportunity for everyone. These are the qualities of a is a king, but he respects Brahmanas equally. He respects sadhus equally. Everybody. I'm not raising somebody to a point, and don't think I'm talking about specifically. I'm talking about equality and what we should do. We should encourage, sit down. Recently, I'm at a meeting. I'm taking 5 minutes of their time talking about this. And I'm openly asked, whom are you going to vote? And I'm telling, please, because the country will get affected. I'm suggesting you. Ultimately, nobody can force anybody to vote. They will only vote what they want to vote. But you can suggest, right? Why to just leave the thing in the oblivion? Just sit down, suggest. We get this calls, right? Personal loan call. Sir, I'm calling from HDFC Bank. Who will you vote? My mother was sitting. Kisse baat kar rahe the? Whom will you vote? Sir, why are you asking that? I want to know whom you are voting. Sir, whom you want me to vote? Vote BJP. Then I'll take your personal loan. Okay, sir, I'll vote to BJP. Now take personal. I said, you have my number, right? After voting, send a WhatsApp message with that vote ka thing. I'll take personal loan from you. हर किसी को जो फोन कर रहा है वो they are calling me without my permission. I'm asking them without their permission. क्या problem है? Right? You can send the right message to anybody. You can tell. Yesterday we had a program in the Raj Pushpa Regalia. Around 150 people came. At the end I told, vote करना बीजेपी को करना, बीजेपी को करना. बोल दिया मैं सीधे से. I told, मेरा choice ये है. मैं इसलिए मेरा चॉइस इसलिए है. भगवद गीता का क्लास है, भगवद गीता बोलेगा, लेकिन अभी वोटिंग टाइम भी है, तो करो वोट, सही चीज को वोट करो. अकल है ना, यूज करो. तुम भगवद गीता क्लास को क्यों आए? भगवद गीता अच्छा है ना? You came to Bhagavad Gita class because, and who is going and giving Bhagavad Gita around the world to all prime ministers? Which party is doing? Which party did it in the past? What that party? That's a hypocrisy, na? You're coming to Bhagavad Gita class and you're going and voting somebody who's against Bhagavad Gita or against what we are following. So be vocal about it. Prabhu, धर्म का पालन करना हर स्टेज में हर चीज में इम्पोर्टेंट है. साधु को वोट भी करना चाहिए. Recently I saw there was a whole line of sadhus who went to vote in Gujarat. Right? Even all ISKCON devotees also will go and vote. We never tell that, oh, we are in Shuddha Sattva Guna, above the 3 modes. Voting is not important. No, voting is important. We should support the leader who is supporting Sanatana Dharma. Very important. What is the time?
9:53.
9:53. Right?
9:53.
So we have to do what is the right thing. And Paramatma inside us will tell us, Prabhu. We should allow Paramatma to speak. And we should listen to the Paramatma. What is the difference between you coming to satsang and before you came to satsang and you coming to satsang? What is the difference? Now you are listening to Paramatma more. Paramatma was speaking before also. But you are not listening to him. You're not even recognizing. Right? But now you're ready to listen. To whom? Paramatma. And the same Paramatma is speaking in the form of Bhagavad Gita. And he's telling, make your choices correctly. Do the right choice.
Hellish planets also, wherever the soul transfers or goes, there also Paramatma will go around.
Yes, Paramatma is there with the living entity everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Prabhuji, like when there are ghosts, so that time will the super soul or the Paramatma will still come?
Yes. Prabhu, without Paramatma's presence, we cannot do anything. We cannot even move. Even the finger will not move, the hand will not move without the sanction of Paramatma. It is real-time processing happening inside. We are desiring his sanction, we are desiring his sanction, we are desiring his sanction. Without the sanction, I cannot even speak right now. So even if you are a ghost means what? The one who doesn't have a body. But still Paramatma is there with you. You know that he is going around with you and like, kya kiya to, what nonsense you did. Right? You are wandering. There will never be a time that God will leave you. Remember that. Never be a time. Until you go back to him, Krishna is always with us. Always with us. Yeah. 24. Ya evam vetti purusham prakritim cha gunai saha sarvata vartamano api nasa bhuyo avijjayate. One who understands this philosophy concerning material nature, the living entity, and the interaction of the modes of nature, is sure to attain liberation. He will not take birth here again, regardless of his present position. See, now clearly Krishna is telling. Why is he telling he will not take birth here again? He doesn't want you to take birth here again. Prabhu, where is Bhagavad Gita telling that I should go back to God? Yeah, Shloka bas nahi hai kya? A living entity who has understood that there is Prakriti, this knowledge, the living entity who got the 13th chapter knowledge, will never take birth again. आप लोग को 13th chapter समझ में आया है, तो आप फिर पैदा नहीं होगे, अगर ठीक तरह समझ में आए. Right? If you understood 13th, what did 13th chapter क्या बोल रहा है Krishna? He's telling what is kshetra, what is kshetragya, what is jnana, what is jnana, who is purusha, who is prakriti. The one who understands all these things properly will not take birth again. He will not make the wrong choices. Trigunas will produce, the wrong choice immediately. No, I don't want to make that choice. I want to go back to God. Right? Some knowledge will come in front of you. Say, this is not knowledge. Krishna told what is knowledge. This is not knowledge. You will clearly see chemistry, biology, all these things are needed to make money. That's all. Don't be proud that I'm a chemistry PhD. There is no PhD in that. Pagal ho gaya chemistry. Right? Don't proud of metal education. Metal education is to make money. That's all it is. Yeah, we can do. You can use it in Krishna service. That's different thing. But that's not. But real knowledge is what? Spiritual knowledge, which will take you out of the cycle of birth and death. And what is important to be known? Neya, who is God, who is me? Maya or Bhagavan Prano. And the voice that is coming inside is Paramatma speaking. All this knowledge, once you get it, once you start realizing this, once you start remembering this, you will never take birth again. Krishna is still. Is it logical? Huh? Dhyane natmani pasyanti kechit atmanam atmana anya sankhyena yogena karma yogena chapare. Some perceive the super soul within themselves through meditation, others through the cultivation of knowledge, and still others through working without fruitive desires. Now Krishna is telling how people try to realize that I am there inside you. Some people through meditation. They completely sit straight like a stick with the you concentrate to all the, in your body, you finally bring it to a point and focus on your heart, and you can actually experience Paramatma. Somebody else also inside your body apart from you, through meditation also. And some other people through knowledge. Like you are all getting knowledge. Right? Before coming this, you never knew all these things. Now you know all these things. You are learning all these things. When you learn all these things, घर जाने के बाद you want to tell something, immediately something inside says, no, don't tell. हाँ प्रभु जी बोले ना, कृष्णा बोले ना, see I'm realizing. So knowledge, through jnana comes vijnana. Jnana means knowledge. Vijnana means realized knowledge. Jnana means what? Knowledge. Vijnana means realized knowledge. Knowledge, experienced maturity that comes through knowledge. Vijnana. Jnana vijnana. Right? So Krishna is telling here that different people perceive in different ways. And some people through work. When you work for Krishna also, you'll remember Krishna is there. You'll understand that Krishna is there. Right? Because through work, you learn, oh, some things are happening automatically. Some people are favorably coming forward. Somehow there is some other power that is helping me more than what I am doing. Like Prabhupada told many times. I came to America with Bhagavatam. Everything else Krishna did. He could see the hand of God in everything. There is a beautiful lecture, Hand of God. You should hear that. I'll send the link. How to see the hand of God in everything. You can see. You just focus on it, you will see. Hand of God is there in everything. So while you work for God with your hands and legs and your intelligence, you can experience God. Through work you can experience God. Through meditation you can experience God. Through knowledge you can experience God. Karma yoga, dhyana yoga, jnana yoga. Krishna is telling. Next. Ante tvi evam ajnana ajananta. Ante tvi evam ajananta. Shrutvan yebhya upashate. Te api chatitranti eva. Mrutyum shruti parayana. Again, there are those who, although not conversant in spiritual knowledge, begin to worship the Supreme Person upon hearing about him from others. Because of their tendency to hear from authorities, they also transcend the path of birth and death. What does it mean? He's saying, although you don't have to become a great jnani, you don't have to tell, I know all the 108 Upanishads, I know everything. मैं Bhagavad Gita उल्टा भी पढ़ सकता हूँ, Sanskrit बोल सकता हूँ. Krishna says all this is not needed. If you just hear to the instruction, what is the final instruction of all the satsang? Do your chanting. ये कलयुग का धर्म है, do chanting. Prabhu, I am not convinced. Then sit for more classes. Right? Ultimately, our Goal of satsang is to make you chant the names of God. Why you have to do chanting? Because by doing chanting, you are in connection with God. Daily you are connecting with God. Because God's name is not different from God. हर दिन चैंटिंग करो, चैंटिंग करो, क्योंकि युग धर्म है भैया, ये इस्कॉन का धर्म नहीं है. हर नामेव केवलम कलौ कलयुगा नास्तेव गतरण्यता. Very clearly it is told. That is the dharma of Kali-yuga. And this process works. Great scholars are telling, great sadhus are telling, great sannyasis are telling, do the chanting, it will work. One day you will be able to experience God in your life and you will go back to God. Right? So some people who are not interested in knowledge but just chant. There are many old people, they come to satsang sometime. They may not be able to hear the knowledge. Focus nahi ho raha hai. But they do chanting. One of my devotees' father, he does chanting. He cannot sit and hear philosophy. One day he told Prabhu, I'm not able to remember whatever you're telling. I said, when did I tell you how to remember? Just hear, Prabhuji. You're very senior to me. Just hear and do the chanting. But he does his chanting properly. Every day morning he sits and chants. Krishna is telling, the one who does this bhakti as per the instruction of an authorized source will come back to me. How merciful is God? He's not telling you have to get these many marks in NEET, these many marks in this thing, entrance exam. कोई entrance exam नहीं है. भगवान के पास जाने के लिए कोई entrance exam नहीं है. हमको सिर्फ साधुओं के साथ रहना है और साधुओं की बात मानना है. Just follow the instructions of sadhu and be in association of sadhus. That's all he's asking. Simple process. 27. Yavat sanjayate kinchit sattvam sthavara jangamam kshetrajna samyogat tadvidhi Bharatar Sabha. O chief of the Bharatas, know that whatever you see in existence, both the moving and the non-moving, is only a combination of the field of activities and the knower of the field. So Krishna is giving some. Again, he is trying to go back to the old topic and is telling, whatever you are seeing here, moving and non-moving, what do you think they are? Kshetra and Kshetrajna. Kshetra has 26 elements. They are all moving around and you are watching them, you are witnessing them. This is what is the whole moving and non-moving. Isi ko bolte Maya. Right? But you are able to see it. You are able to see it. See, somebody on the road suddenly misbehaves with you. Your earlier understanding is what? This fellow is a bad person. Now after getting this knowledge, what is your understanding? He's become bad because of bad association and bad choices. There is a difference. No? You'll punish him. Punishment का मैं नहीं बोल रहा है. ये नहीं बोल रहा है. एक गाल पे मारो दूसरा गाल लगाओ. कहीं में भगवद गीता में नहीं लिखा. ठीक है. लेकिन when you are punishing also, you don't punish the person, you punish the disease. You don't hate the person, you hate his qualities. समझ रहे हैं ना? बहुत फर्क है. पहले क्या? We used to hate the person itself. No, we should not hate the person. We should hate the qualities that the person has, and then you should make him come out of those qualities. That is the difference of a spiritual person versus a material person. है ना? You cure the disease, automatically the person will be cured. As simple as that. समम सर्वेषु भूतेषु तिष्ठन्तं परमेश्वरं विनश्यात्स्वि अविनश्यन्तं विनश्यात्वि अविनश्यन्तं यः पश्यति Sapashyati. One who sees the super soul, accompanying the individual soul in all bodies, who understands
and to understand
that neither the soul
that neither the soul
nor the super soul
nor the super soul
within the destructible body
within the destructible body
is ever destroyed
is ever destroyed
actually sees.
actually ceases.
Means, क्या clear vision है? What is clear vision? Krishna is saying, after attending Bhagavad Gita classes, you should see that इनके अंदर आत्मा है, इनके अंदर परमात्मा है, और जो आप देख रहे हो शरीर है. He has a body, she has a body. What you are seeing actually is just the body. Inside that body is the real person who is soul, and the one who is directing him, sanctioning is God also inside it. Right? This is what knowledge does to you. Without knowledge, how will you look at people? This fellow is bad, this fellow is good. Now you are looking in a different way. That is just the body. Body is a field of activities. Kshetra. And who is he sitting inside? Kshetrajna. And who is sitting along with him? Paramatma. Right? So you'll see all the three combinations. Once, funny incident in Bombay, in one college, I think medical college, they were ragging, the newcomers. Seniors were ragging the newcomers. So one of the newcomer boy was a devotee. He was already trained in Krishna consciousness. He attended classes, chanting, everything happening. So the ragging fellow, he was calling one by one boy, and he was telling, one beautiful girl was standing there. So they told some senior, she's a senior also. So they called this boy. Can you explain her beauty? Tell what did you like in her body? Tell beautiful. It's very difficult to tell, right? I mean, you're getting, that's what is ragging. They put you in a very awkward situation. And that girl was standing there. I'm senior, bol. Kya bolega? Kuch bhi bolega is in trouble. So in the same sequence, they called this devotee boy. They said, tell me what did you like in her body? He said, Kshetrajna, Paramatma. People told, ये तो हमारा रैगिंग कर रहा है, तो जा यहाँ से. That's what spiritual. What do you mean Kshetrajna? Then he started giving class. There are 26 elements. There is all this modes of material nature, 5 senses, 5 working senses, 5 these senses, 3 modes of material nature. This all together is Kshetra, and the one who is sitting inside, that soul inside her is the Kshetrajna, and the one sitting inside is Paramatma. Then that senior boy and that girl is like, isko jaldi bhejo yahan se. So you cannot be right, you go. Because tu kuch aur hi dekh raha hai. So this is what knowledge does. This is what knowledge does. You can be out of trouble very easily by telling the right thing. Some devotee was sharing this ragging incident that happened there in Bombay. Right? So he actually sees. What is actually seeing? कोई आदमी ठीक तरह से देख रहा है, इसका मतलब क्या है? That is seeing body, he is seeing soul, and he is seeing God in everybody. Panditah Samadarshina. Pandita means what? Samadarshina. The one who can see same thing in everybody. Samadarshina. If a dog comes, what do you see? Body, soul, super soul. Paramatma. If a beautiful girl comes, what do you see? Body, soul, Paramatma. As soon as these thoughts come, your lusty thoughts, your wrong thoughts, everything will go. You'll understand, oh. Right? This consciousness helps you to respect everyone and to see everybody at the same level. The one he actually sees. 29. Samam pasyan hi sarvatra samavasthitam ishvaram na hinasti atmanatmanam tato yati param gatim. One who sees the super soul equally present everywhere, in every living being, does not degrade himself by his mind. Thus, he approaches the transcendental destination. Paramam Gatim, transcendental. Who will go to spiritual world? Who can see God everywhere, in everybody. Simple, no? He can see God everywhere in everybody. So he automatically says, now you're ready. Come back now, now you're ready. He is good with everybody. Even an ant will come. He sees ant also with same respect. I told you the story of Mrugari. Right? What he was doing, what he started doing. Right? So he sees everything. One who sees the super soul equally present in everywhere. Can you tell? God is present in her more, in her less. God is present in both of you. Same God, same Krishna, Purna Purushottam Krishna is there equally in you also, equally in him also. And the same part of God, soul, is also there in him also, in him also. The only difference is he is making the right choices, he is not making the right choices. So what are you supposed to correct now? Choices. Choices. So our entire work of satsang is to work on our choices. That's all. When you see somebody who is speaking in a mad way, wrong way, you should only understand. Krishna is there in him also. He is also part of Krishna, pure, but his choices are wrong. Arey, kya ho gaya? Iska sang bahut kharab hai. Iska sang bahut kharab hai. That is the right understanding. Right? Yeah. Prakrityaiva cha karmani kriyamanani sarvasha yah pashyati tathatmanam akartaram sapashyati. One who can see that all activities are performed by the body, which is created of material nature, and sees that the self does nothing, actually sees. Means what? The body, which is affected by material nature, is making the choices. The soul is witnessing all that. And soul is forced to go through. See, your mind is making the choices because of which you are getting the next body. Who is actually suffering? You. Who are you? Soul. You are forced to take another birth again and again because you are utilizing your mind to make the wrong choices. Krishna is going even more deeper. He is saying, who is responsible for your next birth? You only, because you allowed your mind to decide. Don't follow your mind, follow your intelligence. Mind will tell all stupid things only. Mind will tell horrible things. How many times anybody here felt, how I got this horrible thought? Did you feel any time in life? Who is giving that thought? Not you, your mind. You and your mind are two different things. Your mind is a bundle house of all choices, of all your memories, all your desires. So it is always looking to fulfill those things. If you follow your mind, you will always be in trouble. Don't follow your mind, follow your intelligence. Make your intelligence more stronger than the mind. Right now your mind is more powerful than the intelligence. A sugar patient, a diabetic patient is looking at Rasgulla. What is his mind telling? Eat. Khale. Jaldi khale. What is the intelligence telling? No, don't eat that. How will he cure his diabetes? When he follows his intelligence or mind? Intelligence. Same way even birth and death. If you come to satsang, get good spiritual education, you will not have another birth, Prabhu. This is intelligence. I will skip satsang. I sometimes I'll go when my mood is good. Who is telling? Mind is telling. Every day there is a fight between mind and intelligence in the morning. Mind and intelligence. Mind will tell, your body has done so much yesterday. Be merciful on your body. Your intelligence tells, body. I have got many bodies so far. I have to go to satsang because that is most important. That is the soul connection. My soul is happy when I come to satsang. Why people are happy when they come to satsang? Because your soul is happy. Why your soul is happy? Because Paramatma is happy. Krishna is very happy. He is giving me just 2 hours in a week. I am very happy. Immediately, soul also will become happy. When you go back and start chanting, soul is happy, Paramatma is happy. So this is the choice that you have to make. When you make these choices, then he says, What is it? One who can see that all activities are performed with the body. By my body includes your subtle body, includes your mind, which is created of material nature, and sees that self does nothing. You are actually doing nothing. You are forced to do all these things. Actually sees. That is actual vision. Right? Next. Yada bhuta pratak bhavam ekastham anupashyati tat evacha vistaram brahma sampadyate tada brahma sampadyate tada. When a sensible man ceases to see different identities due to different material bodies, and he sees how beings are expanded everywhere, he attains to the Brahman conception. Right? Krishe is saying that when a sensible man starts to see different identities due to different material bodies, अरे तुम ये लड़की हो, ये लड़का है, you are young, he is old, he is black, he is white. हाँ? आजकल एक पागल बोल रहा था, you are African, you are Chinese. Right? He is not seeing properly. What is real vision? Everybody is a soul. Everybody is a soul. Everybody is part of Krishna. He is a Muslim, he is a Christian, he is a Hindu. That is also wrong. Everybody is part of Krishna. Clear vision. But why some people are behaving wrongly? Because they are preached wrongly. उनको wrong तरीके से बताया गया है, wrong तरीके से चीजों को समझाया गया है. That is why they are behaving improperly. This is the vision of a Sanatana Dharma person. He can clearly see things properly. Then he'll try to fix the real problem. What is the real problem? Education is the real problem. He'll change the education system. After 20 years, what kind of youth will come out? With the right education, right vision, automatically. Otherwise, you will become Hitler. What is the difference between Hitler and a right leader? Hitler, what did he do? He saw something wrong. He said, kill all those people. Kill those people. Wipe them off. But that didn't do any good to anyone. Instead, change their consciousness. Bring them to satsang and educate the next generation. Automatically, it will change the country. Is that right? Agree? 32. Anaditvan nirgunatvat paramatmayam avyaya sharirastho api kaunteya na karoti na lipsyate. Those with the vision of eternity can see that the imperishable soul is transcendental, eternal, and beyond the modes of nature. Despite contact with the material body, O Arjuna, the soul neither does anything nor is entangled. Now just think about a person, a completely spiritually conscious person. He is not even attached to anything related to the body. He is very clear. I am not old. Body is getting old. I am not young. Body, soul is always young. Soul doesn't have any death. उसका सोचने का नजरिया ही बदल जाएगा. Understood? He'll never do anything. Will you steal somebody else's wealth? In this consciousness, if you are seeing the world, that ये आत्मा है, मैं आत्मा हूँ, इसके अंदर परमात्मा है, मेरे अंदर परमात्मा है, ये जो है शरीर है. Will you steal somebody else's wealth? Will you be greedy or comparing anybody with anybody? Everything will become normal in life. Krishna is telling that those with the vision of eternity, meaning eternal aspect, meaning eternal means kya? That which doesn't have an end. Soul doesn't have an end. Paramatma doesn't have an end. With that kind of vision, can see the imperishable soul as transcendental, eternal, and beyond the modes of material nature. I am actually above Sattva-guna, Tamo-guna, Rajo-guna. I am above all these things. Then, despite the contact with the material body, O Arjuna, the soul neither does anything or not is entangled. Even if you construct something, you'll say, this building I constructed, that's all. I did my job. Tomorrow if the building is fallen down, Okay, I'm not attached. I'm not attached to anything. That detachment will keep you happy. If you are attached, you will not be happy in this world also. Yatha sarvagatam sauksham yad akasham nopalipyate sarvatra vasthito dehe tathatma nopalipyate. The sky, no, Krishna is giving an example. The sky, due to its subtle nature, does not mix with anything. Although it is all pervading, similarly, the soul, situated in Brahman, vision, does not mix with the body, though it is situated in that body. What an example, right? Beautiful example Krishna is giving. The sky is there. If there is smoke coming here, does it mix in the sky? No. Sky doesn't become black. The smoke will go, after some time the smoke will disappear. That's all. Sky remains sky. In the same way, you, soul, who are entering this body, you will never become bad or good according to that body. You are pure always. You are always in the body, but you are not the body. Right? What a beautiful statement. Similarly, the soul situated in Brahman vision does not mix with the body. There is no question of you mixing with the body. Though situated in that body. You are in this world, but not in this world. What does it mean? In Bible, this statement is there. You are in this world, but not in this world. Right? In Bhagavad Gita, is stated, you are in this world, but not in this world. Meaning you are in this world doing, you are living in this flat, you are also paying maintenance, you are eating also, but you are seeing something different from what they are seeing. You are seeing, your entire vision is completely different. You are in this world, but not in this world. You are working in a company, but you are not working for that company, you are working for Krishna. You are eating something, just like everybody, but you are eating only prasadam. Right? You are hearing more lectures. Your entire consciousness has changed. You are preparing yourself for the next destination. They don't know their next destination. You know your next destination. That is the difference. You are very focused. Spiritual person is very focused. Prabhu, can you come? Let's go there, have some drinks. No. Prabhu, who is seeing? I will not tell anyone. Chalo, let's have. No. Why? Paramatma is seeing. I don't want to make a choice that will keep me in this world. I want to make a choice that will take me out of this world. Does it mean you are ignoring this world? No, I'm not ignoring this world. I'm maintaining my family. I'm paying my income tax. I'm paying my whatever dues to the government. I'm taking care of my children. I'll make them settle. I'll leave some properties also for them. But I'm not preparing myself to come back to this world. Because I know this world is temporary. This body is temporary. I recently met one devotee's father. He used to come to classes in 2015-16. He used to come to classes. And he worked in RAW. You know what is RAW, right? Yeah, very secret, big agency. Very staunch person. Ekdam, hatta, and he used to come to classes. He used to like Bhagavad Gita classes. Recently got cancer. He's in his last stages. So I went to meet him. He completely became like 1/3 of what he was in body. Completely sucked out. Doctors are telling not much time. Anything can happen. So I went to him. I said, Prabhuji, kaise? As soon as he saw me, he started crying. Became very emotional. I also became emotional. We just sat down. I said, Prabhuji, now it's time to go. Even I have to go one day. Who knows? While going home, I can die in an accident. I might die before you also. But now it's time to go. Now it's time to focus on the goal again. Read Bhagavad Gita. He had a Bhagavad Gita. I told him, read one chapter only. Read 15 chapters or 12 chapters. You don't have to read the entire book. Focus on one place. That Krishna is telling about, how to come back to him. You can also read the 13th chapter, but focus on that. And keep your consciousness fixed to that. When the right time comes, you'll come back. Right? He became very happy. He said, Prabhu, told him, whenever you want to see me, tell me, I'll come. He said, I'm up longer. So this is what satsang does. It's preparing you for the most horrible day in a joyful way. Right? When I am in that situation, you all will come and see me, right? Please come and remind me, Prabhu, read Bhagavad Gita. Don't be upset. Because people can go through people change in difficult times, Prabhu. Very easy to sit and give a class. When the situation comes to you, you need association. Everybody needs association. Don't think, oh, he's some Parama Guru, he doesn't need even everybody needs association. Sangh ka zarat sabhi ko hai. Remember that always. Yeah. Kshetra kshetnagyor evam. I'm at 34. Yatha prakashyati prakashyati eka krishnam lokam imam ravi kshetram kshetri tatha krishnam prakashayati bharata. O son of Bharata, as the sun alone illuminates all this universe, so does the living entity. One within the body illuminate the entire body by consciousness. There is one sun there, look everywhere the light is. Sun is there. Same way, there is a little soul, and look how the whole body has become filled with life. And the little soul will go. How big is the soul? What is the size of soul? 1/10, 1 by 10,000, the tip of a hair. You take a tip of a hair, make 10,000 pieces. That little part is the size of soul. I'm not talking your hair, mosquito hair. Prabhuji, that is what it is. Right? So indirectly it means you cannot see soul. You cannot see spiritual things with your material eyes. Soul is consciousness. It's inside you. It's inside you. And it completely makes the whole body conscious of everything. Even somebody comes and touches you like this, immediately you'll turn. Right? What to speak of touching you? It touches your gadi also. You are going in a car. Somebody touches the car. Immediately you'll know that somebody touched. Soul is so conscious. It even expands his consciousness to anything that is associated with him. Right? Sometimes there is an aura also. Soul, it doesn't like somebody. Some people you don't like. As soon as the person comes close, you feel very irritated, very uncomfortable. The soul is not accepting that person that easily. What is that person? Consciousness it is not accepting. Right? Kshetra kshetnagyorevam. Kshetra kshetnagyorevam. Antaram jnana chakshusa. Bhuta prakriti moksham cha. Ye viduryanti te param. Those who see with eyes of knowledge the difference between the body and the knower of the body, and can also understand the process of liberation from bondage in material nature, attain the supreme goal. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport, the 13th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita in the matter of nature, the enjoyer and consciousness. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. So Krishna is concluding this chapter, 13th chapter, that you should be able to see all these things clearly going forward. Then you are really knowledgeable. Let's repeat. What are the things we see in a person? Kshetra, Kshetragya, Jnana, Jnaya, Purusha, Prakriti. What is Jnaya? That which needs to be known. And what is the need? What is the most important thing that needs to be known? Who is God? Through our mind. That is Jnana. What is knowledge? Everything that is really important. There are 10, like 15, 16 items. Krishna gives. What is real knowledge? being humble, being respectful, taking initiation from a spiritual master, understanding birth, death, old age, and disease. All these things are real knowledge. Krishna is telling, and that knowledge that has to be known. Neya is who is God, who am I? Then understand what is Prakriti, the three modes. You have to still make your choice. They are giving the choices. Paramatma is directing you inside, and you are that soul. See the same thing in everybody. Don't disrespectful to anybody, anyone. Then you will come back to me. Hare Krishna. That ends the 13th chapter. The 14th chapter onwards, you will see more of Sattva Guna, Raja Guna, Tamo Guna. Detailed explanation about these three gunas. Any questions? It's very technical. Yeah. That's why I went very slow also. But I mean, you have to spend time on each item properly. Then you'll understand. And you'll still forget. I forgot many times. Every time I read, yes, bro. Yes.
Doing this is fine. Don't do this. They know us. But false ego, something happens. False ego is so powerful that I go to the universe and do the things which I like, and later regret.
Later regret.
It happens. So I regret. I should have never
Yes.
done that.
Yes.
How to overcome?
Prabhuji's question is, we have the knowledge what to do, what not to do, but there is ahankara sitting inside. Ahamkara, meaning false ego, that I am the doer, right? So with that mentality, we'll end up doing things that we should not do. And then we regret after doing it. Array, why did I do this? In spite of hearing so many times, I again did it, right? How to come out of this cycle? Vishaya vinivartante nirarasya dehina rasovarjam rasoapyasya param drishtva nivartante. That is the answer. In second chapter, Krishna says, Vishaya vinivartante. Vishaya, meaning all these worldly things. Vinivartante, to come out of their attachment. Vishaya vinivartante nirarasya dehina. Even though you try to stop them, you stop doing them. Right? Vishaya vinivartante nirarasya dehina rasovarjam rasoapyasya. Even though you stop them, the taste for that doesn't go away. The taste again keeps coming back, attracting you. But how do you completely come out of it? Rasovarjam rasoapyasya param drishtva nivartate, by getting a higher taste. You cannot replace somebody's taste with no taste. You have to give a replacement taste. मेरे को रसगुल्ला बहुत पसंद है. अब बहुत पसंद है तो पसंद है. That is the truth. You actually like it. But you have to give something better than rasgulla. To him to leave rasgulla. To change our old habits, we have to get a good habit. Then that good habit will change other habits. The motive has to be more higher than param drishtva nivartate. If a small child is holding a blade, small infant child, she is playing with the blade. What do you do? Can you snatch the blade from her? You cannot snatch also. Because she holds everything very tightly. If you snatch, you might cut her fingers. How do you make her leave the blade? Like this. She'll leave the blade and take this. Isn't it? You are giving another choice to remove one choice. In the same way, किसी को bad habits है तो अच्छा habit, उससे अच्छा habit दिखाना पड़ेगा. Sometimes devotees eat a lot because they have to replace what they are eating earlier. Right? प्रसाद मिल रहा है तो अच्छा देना, ये देना. Opulent प्रसाद. Actually, इसका में बड़ा problem ये है कि प्रसाद कभी-कभी बहुत ही ज़्यादा opulent है. Look at me, what I became. काका के. Huh? So it is also okay. Initial times it's okay, but after that you should control. Right? But initial times you have to give a higher taste. Higher taste. Prasad खाना है, अच्छा बना के खाना है, rich. It should be nice, offered to God, and have it. Slowly your taste towards unnecessary things will go away. It will go away. Lot of people have changed. Lot of people. Entire ISKCON has changed. Everybody who came, they just started doing the right thing. Wrong things have gone. They stopped. But it takes two things. Patience, determination. Krishna says this in the next sloka. Patience and determination. Both are needed. We will not become the pure person in this life. May not become so. But my endeavor will continue. Till my last breath, I want to become pure. With determination, you should never leave it. A lot of people, they will, never. You are not determined. Nishchaya dhairya. Nishchaya dhairya. Nishchaya means determined. Dhairya means patience. I'll also have patience. You should be patient, bro. When you start sweeping the floor in your house, dust will come or no? Right? When you start chanting Hare Krishna, all bad thoughts will come. All bad habits will come. All old habits also will come. Then you'll get, no. I'm sweeping, so everything is gone. Good. Sabhi bahar nikal raha hai. Ab dheere dheere bahar bhi jayega. They don't go off easily. They are anarthas. Actually, they are anarthas. Anartha nivritti is one stage of devotion. Very, very difficult stage where anarthas have to go. My lust, my greed, my envy, my jealousy, my anger should all go away. It will take a lot of time. But he can do. I cannot do. He can do. Krishna. That's why we should pray to Krishna. Krishna, please pull me out of this habit. I'm so annoyed with it. I'm so regretful. I'm so feeling horrible about myself. Pull me out of this. Please. Slowly he will remove it. But you should replace it also, bro. You have to replace. You have to put a conscious effort. For example, when I'm having lunch, I put a lecture and have my lunch. So that I'm focused while I'm eating prasadam, and just me taking myself away from people will not replace it. I have to replace it with something. Or I'm calling somebody. I have I have to talk to 10 people in the day. Right? Earlier, whom I used to call? My mama, my kaka, my nani, my friend, the school friend, the college friend. Useless things I used to talk. Now, the kujli to abhi bhi hai. Abhi मैं क्या करता हूँ? Bhagwan, Prabhu, Srinivas, Prabhu, this Prabhu. Well, Prabhu जी क्या हो रहा है? Something है. वही kujli को I'm replacing with devotees. So we have to replace. Vishya vinivartante nirarasya dehina raso varjanam raso apyasya param drishtva nivartate. Last thing I'll tell. In the same sloka it tells. Taste doesn't go away, so you should stop it also. You should not again repeat it. So again it will start. Like if you have to stop a fan, if you switch off the switch, if you just switch off the switch, does the fan stop? Will it stop? No. Even after stopping, even after coming to satsang, the fan will rotate. Rotate. For some people, it rotates for 1 year also. Right? Some people it rotate for 5 years also. When Prabhuji used to come, he used to have eggs. He loves eggs. He cannot live without egg like that. So like Prabhuji, Prabhuji, I've left everything. This is left. So some people tea will remain. Everything is gone, but tea is there. Habit. H gaya, A gaya, B gaya, I gaya, T reh gaya. Tea nahi ja raha. वो कैसे जाए? Time नहीं. Patience लगा. धीरे चला गया. But it takes time. Anarthas. Prabhu, actually external habits are very easy to go. Main problem is internal habits. External, stop this eating, stop this, easily change. It's just a matter of time. You attend satsang for 1 or 2 years, you'll see you'll be a different person. All your choices will change. External. Internal, when you see somebody, you'll feel jealousy. When you see, when somebody doesn't fulfill your desire, you become angry. When you see another body, you want to enjoy that body, lusty. Anything, you want to enjoy anything without keeping God, lust. ये सब कौन निकालेगा? ये एक्चुअल प्रॉब्लम है जो अंदर है. उसको निकालने के लिए हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम राम. Chanting is needed for that. He cleans it. Cheto darpana marjanam bhava mahadvavagni nirvapanam. Cheto darpana marjanam. The whole darpan, the whole mirror inside is cleaned by chanting the holy name. Sorry, it took more time to finish the chapter. Anyways, let's go to 14th chapter from next week. Don't miss the chapters at all. Right? And Ayodhya Yatra is still open. Socho, आओ शुभ विलास प्रभु हैं, अनुराग प्रभु क्या हो रहा है, सोचो, आने की कोशिश करो. हम सभी लोग जा रहे हैं, many of us are going. We can help each other, support each other. It's still open. I'm keeping it still open. Please book your place. We are going to Prayagraj. There we are taking darshan of Prayagraj, the Triveni Sangam. From there we are going to Varanasi. We are taking darshan of Kashi Vishwanath, Annapurna Devi, if possible, one more temple. Then next day by afternoon we are going to Ayodhya. And in Ayodhya, some people are directly coming to Ayodhya also. If you have time, you can do all this. Others directly come to Ayodhya. In Ayodhya, we are spending three full days going to all the places. Most importantly, Shubha Vilas Prabhu is taking us. Shubha Vilas Prabhu is one of the best orators of Ramayana on the planet. On the planet. If we just go to YouTube and say Shubha Vilas Prabhu, please do it. If you hear one lecture, you will come and register for the yatra. एक lecture सुनो, register कर लोगे. इतना अच्छा बोलते हो रामायण. In depth, every little incident. He'll take us to the place where Dashrath Maharaj spoke to Kaikeyi. That mahal is still there in Ayodhya. He'll take us to the place, where Lord Ram, brought Mother Sita. The whole place is there. This mahal, that mahal. So many pastimes. Going with a sadhu is different. If you go alone, you will not see Ayodhya. You'll only see buildings. You'll see a new temple. You'll come back. If you go with a sadhu, you will see Lord Ram. Even now, Lord Ram is there in Janmasthan, Ayodhya. So please take advantage of this. We can't arrange these yatras again and again. Even if you arrange the right person, may not be there. Right? Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahlad Ragadayine. हिरण्याकाशी पूर्वक्षः शीलकङ्कानकालाये इतो नरसिंहो परतो नरसिंहो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंहो बहिर्नरसिंहो हृदये नरसिंहो नरसिंहामतिं शरणं प्रपद्ये करकमलभरे नताम् अद्भुतशृङ्गां दलिता हिरण्यकशिपो अनुगुणा केशवदत्ता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे अवकर कमल दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुगुणा केशवदत्ता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव 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 जय नरसिंहदेव जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद भक्त विघ्नाश नरसिंह देव भगवान की भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की श्रील गुरुदेव की मयम कृषि भगवद गीता सत्संग की 13 चैप्टर कंप्लीशन की ताई गौर प्रेमानंद हरे कृष्ण महाप्रसादम की जय. So you can buy this kartal. I'll teach you how to play kartal. Whoever is interested, we can spend 5-10 minutes after the class. Just it will take a little effort. You all can play kartal, right? So please buy your kartal. Go and buy in Amazon or go to a temple and buy this kartal. I'll teach you both the beats. I'm not an expert. Whatever little one is a small beat. This is one beat. Another fast beat is even faster, right? So these 3 things I can teach you, and you can do in your house also. Very nice. करताल बजाओगे सारे भूत भाग जाएंगे. Hare Krishna. Thank you for sponsoring Prasadam and thank you for helping in this service. Hare Krishna. And don't forget, tomorrow is for what?